Hello, it's Vivian again. Today is Wednesday, February 21st, and I went to Dollar Tree again. Ugh, I know, crazy. I figured I might as well try one that I don't normally go to while I was in the area, and I picked up these. Not sure how well this is going to work for me, but I thought this would try some different pens. It's supposed to be no skip guarantee, so we'll see. That's irritating when you're writing and you have to go back over a line. And for some reason, it doesn't want to write on that part, and you can scribble all everywhere else. These are stamps, clear stamps. They go on clear blocks. I thought this was cute, so into my scrapbooking stuff. Banana clips. Actually, I was looking at, I bought those combs, thinking about using them for earring organizers. Let's see which ones. Probably pop out both sides. Nope. Would that work out good for holding earrings? Post and hooks. So they were black, and they also came in multicolor. This was the only one 6-pack that they had. They had one 4-pack that had this color mix, and the rest were like pastel colors. Wish I could have just found white. Now here's the big find. This is the only place I've seen it. In a previous video, I show where I got some rugs, but those rugs were just fabric. They did not have this kind of rubber backing to it. Yeah, it's rubber. Here's, in case you need to go online and try to find it that way. The SKU number is 114717. Let me make sure with my glasses on. Yeah, 114717. So, it has the backing. I have bought slightly bigger ones. Let's see if I can show you. When we first moved in, I bought all those, you see. I just picked out different ones. There wasn't enough of one to make a nice pattern. And this rug you see here, right here, was actually for a desk and chair. So it was a good deal for the size, but now we're using it in the living room, and it just barely is as wide as our futon. And I've been looking for a bigger rug. I may have found some at the auction today. They'll go on auction Saturday and Monday. But this goes nicely around. I got 14 of them. 13 made it around. I got one left. I've got one I may have to cut because it wasn't quite, this is 5 feet by 7.5, I think. So this didn't quite do the measurements, so I may just cut one so it'll have a nice little square, and this wraps around on both sides nicely, evenly, and it makes the carpet feel bigger. It goes well enough for me. That'll do. I can live with that. And it's not going to slide around like the other rugs would slide around. So I'm real excited about that. And I'm going to combine this and talk about blessing bags. Now, where's the other box? Hang on. Okay. These are the draws. They've changed the design. They used to be, this is really bright. And you see how they did the corners? And a lot of, I got some like in, like a dark gray. And I use them for my blessing bags. I'll explain that in a minute. And I would keep them in the car, and they would have 2 bottles of water, 2 standard size, drinking bottles of water, a couple of cans of Vienna sausages, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And just, I try to keep it within arm's reach of me in the driver's seat. So just having them move around, for a week or so, or however long it takes in the car, just getting, moved out of the way as people, we use the back seat. These would start falling apart, and the corners would start fraying. So I quit using them for my blessing bags. And when I saw these, I thought, well, maybe this will hold up better. They redesigned the corners and put a grommet and a fake leather thing on there. The top I didn't have problems with the top, and it looks like it's got a reflective thing, because you can wear this like a backpack. Not comfortably for long and not on bare skin. But what I do with the blessing bags, I put the water in there. I put some snacks, different type of snacks. I like to put these into a bag. Let me just do. I'd used up my last one, so I might as well start filling one up. I keep one filled at all times, and then I just have this box ready. So that. I got a bunch of these at auction, but you can get these at Dollar Tree also. Sometimes they come in a 2-pack, but I bought it like this in these little Ziploc baggies, and who can't use, Ziploc baggies are just handy. We're still going to get some cold days. So I got a bunch of gloves at auction. So it comes out cheaper than $1 a piece when I get things at auction. Like getting a bunch of these socks. And homeless person or someone out, caught in the weather or doing stuff, it's nice to have a clean pair of socks. And I got some first aid kits in another room, but I try to put a simple first aid kit, Band-Aid, alcohol swabs. I also like to put wipes or a small bottle of hand sanitizer. But I like to put just a small packet of almost like baby wipes, just so that you can have something to wipe, just clean yourself with. I usually like to put a little a religious tract in there, along with the Vienna sausages I keep in my cabinet, and the water bottles I keep in another place too. So not in this box, not in the, and I try to throw. Sometimes I'll put fresh fruit in there. Like right now, I've got oranges. And I could put that in there. And it's not necessarily for someone who's homeless. If someone's just in need, someone's thirsty, someone's hungry, I've broken into it, or let the grandkids get into it, and then restocked it when I got home. But this is what I call a blessing bag. And I just, anyone I just feel the need to, feel like I should give it to, that's what I do. And Dollar Tree helps with a lot of that. I hope these bags hold up better, because I had found, I got a bunch of backpacks, but they were kind of on the small side, but they were good. So I'm able to do that. Sometimes I'll do a cloth bag, because it just, something to hold the stuff in. A regular, these don't hold up very well, especially not the Dollar Tree ones. The Dollar Tree ones are a little bit smaller than, this is Walmart, but Dollar Tree bags are a little bit smaller. So I feel good about that, because the Bible verse where Jesus tells his disciples, you gave me food when I was hungry, you gave me water when I was thirsty, you clothed me when I was naked, and you gave me shelter. And the disciples were like, well, when did we do those things, Lord? And Jesus says, when you do it to the least of mine, you do it to me. So besides shelter, and sometimes I will put in those tarps at Dollar Tree. They're like 9x9 clear tarps, and they can, with a bit of rope or twine, you can put twine in here, and they can make shelter. I need to do that. I need to do like a printout of how to make shelters with just rope and rocks. Had a friend who did the Appalachian Trail, and when he first did it, he had all that equipment, and just like everybody else, there's so much equipment left the first several miles of the Appalachian Trail as people start deciding that they didn't really need all this stuff. And come to find out, he just needed a good piece of canvas or a tarp and rocks. He would pick up rocks, round rocks, rocks without sharp edges, or nuts, round walnuts, not walnuts, what are hickory nuts. You find those in the woods easily. So he would pick those up on while he was walking, and then he would use them on the corners with some twine and to hold the corners of the tarp, and then he would rig up different types of shelters. We went camping with him, or my family did, and it was really neat how he set up his tent with something like that. While we were over here with all these little fiberglass rods trying to figure out where everything went, because, you know, we weren't camping very much then, and using these little pup tents. And he just had his whipped up in no time, and his was clear, so he was able to see. So he is laying in his tent, and he could see everything, you know, outside. So we could see him too. So it's not about privacy, but it's just kind of neat. Different things with, you know, whatever you're led to do. I like having the rain poncho in there. It's not for multiple use. You have to take really good care, and even then you're probably going to mess it up. But at least it'll help some. So, you know, you're not totally drenched. It provides some shelter. Clean socks. Oh, man. If you ever done walking and you're... So, whatever you're led to do. I just like having this in the car. I rarely give money. I have given money to some people that, you know, professing need. I don't know. But having this, only one time I've had someone actually go, well, don't you have money? Well, that's definitely the person you didn't want to give money to. And I was like, nope, this is what I got. Take it or leave it. And he took it. I mean, he was grumbling the whole time, but he took it. And I said, you know, share it with somebody else if you don't need it. And he was just, you know, he just had this weird attitude. And that was the only one. And I've given out many of these. And like, had my grandkids help me set them up, but this is what I do. And one of the justifications of why I go to Dollar Tree a lot. So I was really happy to find these. They also had a different colored one, but I think I like the dark one better. I think that would appeal to most people. And also, this will go underneath the shirt. So you know, you don't look like you're carrying much, just if you got a jacket on. But anyway, I'm really excited about the rug. Finding this and finding it in this color. I got 14 of them, and there were 2 that were black and white striped, not this mixture of black and white and gray. And so I got all of these in this pattern. I'm glad I did. This is just kind of like an extra. And I am definitely gonna cut the other one because it's bugging me. It's bugging me already, seeing that bit hanging out over there. So I'm really excited about this. This turned out much better than I thought. It's not quite the same as the rug, but close enough that makes a decent enough border for me. I've been looking at rugs, and even the ones I saw at auction, I don't think I'm gonna bid on them. Or I'm going to bid very low. If I win it, it's just going to be amazing. But just to spend $80 or more on a rug this size, I saw some geometric patterns I liked, but I don't want more patterns and more visual stimuli than that's already in here. So I was happy to find this. You just never know when you go into a Dollar Tree what you're going to find. What I was trying to find was some more of those little push pins with the hook on them, those little black ones I showed in another video. I'm going to give up. I think I got enough. So, what do you think? How's this rug? How's the rug look to you? Definitely need to cut that corner. So, and I hope, you know, this gives you some ideas. A lot of times, and I hear people talk about it, I don't blame them. You don't want to give money to some people because you just know that they're going to go get something that they shouldn't. That's going to be harmful for them, and it's not good to have that going on in the community. But I never feel bad about giving someone some water some food. I've handed water bottles out to people that were just out there fundraising, and you could tell they were thirsty. You know, it gets really hot here. It's February and it's up in the 80s today. This weather here, crazy. So having something like that can definitely help somebody. Doesn't have to be homeless, but it's like here's, you know, sometimes there's sugar drops. They need a little, I don't normally put candy in there, but having those other things and having wipes, just having something available to help somebody out that's just trying to do a good thing or they're needing help themselves. So what do you think? Do you do this already? Or do you do something differently? Or got any ideas of anything else that I could add to that? That's, you know, this kind of limited what I can do in here. But it definitely can take the 2 water bottles and the Vienna sausages and some more food. I definitely feel more inclined to add that to it. And the first aid kit is just another one of those. Actually, it wasn't from Dollar Tree. I got AutoZone had the little plastic, white plastic container first aid kit, 39 cents. So they had 4 of them. I took all 4. So that helps. Otherwise, I'll make my own. I buy little alcohol wipes in the packets. There's a whole bunch of them. So you know, I grab a little bit, put them into a little Ziploc baggie. I put some Band-Aids and things along that line. Nothing. I don't put any medication. I don't put any anything else, but the sterile wipes and things along that line. So the first aid kit may have a little bit more than I would do, the pre-made stuff. And sometimes Dollar Tree has them, sometimes they don't. And a lot of times I look at it going, I can make, you know, you can buy the Band-Aids and the other stuff separately at Dollar Tree and put together more than you can buy the little kits for. So this is what I'll be doing. Thanks for joining me.